of our freedoms are rooted in one idea. What is it? It's being free to live our lives according to the dictates of conscience. Think for a moment about the First Amendment. As you may know, it has 5 core components: freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition the government for the redress of grievances. All 5 of these liberties rest upon our freedom of conscience. Freedom of religion is no real freedom at all unless I'm free to worship God according to my conscience. In the same way, is my speech really free if my conscience is forcibly constrained? What about the free press? Or what about freedom of assembly? Even the right to petition the government for the redress of grievances is an empty promise if my conscience is subject to restraint. Of course, freedom of conscience is not an unlimited freedom. It does not override the just laws of the nation, nor does it override the consciences of others. In a constitutional republic like ours, the exercise of freedom is forever a balancing of interests. But beware those who claim to support the freedom of worship. This is a mendacious sleight of hand. By it, the enemies of freedom mean you can worship in the privacy of your own home or church, but not otherwise. You are free to worship, but keep it within the confines of your stained glass ghettos. Thank you very much. The founders of the American Republic recognized this inclination of government to regulate religious expression. The First Amendment specifies true religious freedom as the free exercise of religion. The Constitution does not protect freedom of worship only, but also the freedom to live out your faith in public life. For the Christian, religious conviction permeates all of life, with there being no separation between secular things and sacred things. For the biblical Christian, all of life is sacred and is to be lived to the glory of God. Freedom is an idea rooted in the hearts and minds of all. The wellspring of that ideal is the desire for self-determination. Any government seeking to deny freedom of conscience is attempting to lay the axe at the root of the tree of liberty, an abuse of power worthy of contempt.